One question that we've actually been getting quite a lot of is, should I sell my home as is, or can I sell my home as is? Well, the thought of it sounds great, right? That means you as a seller, you put your house on the market and you don't want to fix a thing. I understand you've lived in your home and you haven't done not one bit of maintenance and you don't want to do one now. So in a healthy market, that's just not really going to happen. In a healthy market, a buyer is going to pay adequate amount for the price of the home. They're also going to say, hey, for this price, I'm expecting the home to be in a certain condition, right? They're wanting to be in a functional condition. They don't want to take on all the repairs that you decided not to do. And what happens is, right, we live in our homes, we use our home, and we say, there's nothing wrong. However, an inspector goes in and they say, hey, I see all these little things that weren't really done, right? You've got dirty coils, maybe you've got some leaks going on and a boot in the roof because it wasn't sealed properly, or the sun has just rotted it out. There's so many things, right? And we don't go on our roofs, we don't go on our attics, we're certainly not taking apart our ACs to see what's going on inside. And so all these things come up and a buyer says, you know what, I just paid $10,000 over your asking price. I think the right thing to do would be to make some repairs. Well, you have to decide what's most important. I typically do not recommend advertising that you want to sell the home as is. That perception to a buyer, they instantly are going to think something is wrong with the home, or they're going to start to question why the home is being as is. So now what you're doing is you're putting your home on the market and you're causing buyers to look through the home with the intent of finding what's wrong. Well, they're selling as is. I wonder what's wrong. And so when they go to show your home, that's what they're doing. They're focusing in and they're looking on what's wrong with this person's house. Why in the world do they want to sell it as is? That is already going to hurt your value, in my opinion. Now back in the crash, right, when no one had any money, almost all the homes were sold as is because there was no money to fix it. And the buyers were getting a great deal. So back then it was, hey buyer, you're getting a great house for $150,000 and you're gonna take on all the repairs. I'm not gonna clean my carpet, I don't have the money, we're not gonna fix anything, we're not gonna repair the roofs, nada. You take it, you repair it, right? But the trade-off was they got a fantastic deal on the price of their home. And so we're starting to see the opposite in our extreme sellers market that we've been through. It's a lot of sellers, they're getting more money than they've ever gotten before, and they're saying, I don't want to fix anything. I want to sell it as is. Well, that's the case. The buyers are absolutely going to write an offer that potentially say, hey, I'm not going to ask for any repairs, but they can't ask for credits. And I think it's fair to say that if you're getting $20,000 above asking price, the buyer's coming back and saying, hey, you know what, this really wasn't taken care of. Would you mind fixing this? It would definitely be the right thing to do. So make sure you're discussing with your realtor what advertising as is means and accepting a contract that is as is. Those could be a little different, and we want to make sure that you're putting as most money in your pocket as possible, but also having a great relationship and a great outcome when you get to that closing table with the buyer.